Cam, you mentioned the opportunity. How do you view it, and how ready do you feel you are for this expanded role?
Ready more than ever, Jeff. Ready more than ever. You know, like I said, just the work that, that I know, and obviously the ones that are close with me outside of just what everyone sees on a day-to-day basis, not to just say it's just me, but everyone's getting after it in their own, everyone's in their own element. And as far as just a health and just a mental aspect, I feel better than I ever felt before. My body is really well, obviously coming off of a year where you had more snaps, more opportunities. And that's just a stepping stone. Those are things to keep continuing to build off of. You know what I mean? So like I said, just the overall excitement, the overall joy, just being back out with the guys, flying around, talking that language again. Football, you smell, obviously, football in the air. Everything is kind of just falling in its place as the offseason continues leading into the season. But going into the year, I'm coming for everything. That's something that I've talked to you guys about before. And that's not going to change. That's the same mentality, the same approach and everything that I do, whether it's on or out the field. That's just, that's just the grit in me. That's just the grit in this organization, our teammates, and just the hunger for it, obviously, to come out wins and bring Super Bowls back to the city of Pittsburgh.
Joe Rudder.
Yeah, Cam, when you signed the deal, was it with the thought that you were going to return to being on the inside, or they kind of tell you that something might open up on the outside?
Yeah, it's a thought to return to the organization who had a belief in me and thought to come here and continue to win games. Like I said, I'm going to do whatever I need to do, in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? So we get a lot of questions of necessarily just playing inside or outside. And I don't necessarily have that specific yet. You know what I mean? That's not to say that I don't have a comfortability to playing either or a favor either or. But obviously right now I've been working outside, that's my approach. I'm coming in for everything, you know what I mean? So regardless if I'm playing that or not, I'm going to play those positions until you don't need me to play that position. So I'm not just going to dumb down my role just because guys that we've had in the building or experience that we necessarily lost through free agency or guys not being here. That's just more opportunity and more reason for me to step up and continue to expand in that role and embrace that role. And like I said, I'm ready for that more than ever.
Cam, how do you feel about the new room? Because you guys, Steven's gone, Mike's gone, and you got new guys in. But now you're the veteran with Joe. You've been through the wars where you've lined up with AJ Green as a rookie, and you've filled in wherever the teams needed you. Now you're kind of the mentor for those guys. What's that like, being the guy who's teaching the young guys now or working with the young guys?
Yeah, man. Obviously, everyone's not necessarily always a leader or just that leader coming into a role. You have to know how to follow too most times or sometimes in a situation. So I've just been sharpening my tools, since day one, so like I said, that's just the approach with everything. Just being around the game, being around what you love, being around the people that obviously influential in what you want to do. And it makes everything that much more fun, makes everything much more easier. So like I said, just that leadership role, it's more of a leadership role because I'm necessarily more of the experienced guy in the room and things of that nature. But leadership qualities, that's just how you come to work each and every day. Your approach each and every day. So obviously they see me out there in this time period necessarily where a lot of guys are kind of just up in the air of being here or whatever it is. And a lot of guys are being back to getting back in the swing of things. And that just helps improve their confidence. We know a lot of guys throughout the year that there might be first-year guys, or we might pick up guys along the way that we've seen over time have to come in and step in and play big minutes for us, big time in big-time games for us. And we can't just say, oh, well, we just got this guy now, or, we just picked this guy up at this moment in the season. We should expect a drop-off. No, that's what I'm saying. So it comes back to that leadership role of getting everybody on the same page and wanting, not saying more for yourself, but wanting more for everybody else around you. And that's how you bring everyone together for the one common goal. And I mean, obviously we know what that is. And that's what we hunt, not alone each every week, but each and every year.
Mark Gaboli.
Hey, Cam, I'm sure you try to stay away from the outside noise, but it's pretty hard to not hear through the grapevine and stuff that, the criticism along with this team this year that they're going to take a big step backwards. Have you heard that, and how do you process that? And is that talked about at all in that locker room?
Yeah, man, I don't concern myself with that. Obviously we're in an opinionated based world, you know what I mean? And I mean, you're not, not to say it's in you, but in the sense of where that opinion comes from, you're not stopping what I have to do on each and every day basis, let alone out there on the field with us. So I'm not going to concern myself with somebody that's not even going to battle with me each and every day. You know what I mean? And it's cool. It doesn't do nothing but obviously fuel the fire. You know what I mean? Talk is one thing. But, you know, like I said, you got to be able to respect the guys who are out here, you know, like I said, coming and fighting each and every day, you know, getting better each and every day, working better each and every day, and competing at a high level, at the highest level, you know what I mean? So the outside noise is going to always come, you know what I mean? It's, like I said, it's all about what you embrace and what matters to you, you know what I mean? If it don't matter to you, it don't matter to you. Obviously, if it's affected to you, then it affected you in some sense or form or fashion because it hit you in some way. So obviously, it's just an understanding or hearing these things, but not taking them in the sense that it's going to deplete our confidence or deplete how our season is going to go. We still got to come and get out there each and every day. We still got to take each and every week, 1 week at a time. And like I said, everything else just falls in place from there.
Got time for a few more. Chris Adamski.
Hey, Cam.
Hey, how you doing?
Not too bad. Life seems to come quick. It seems like, you know, you're just a rookie and everything. And now all of a sudden, yeah, you know, you're in your fifth year. I mean, hardly made the league, your position can match Joe in terms of his tenure and his stature and everything. But, you know, you're clearly kind of the, you know, the number two in the secondary, especially among the cornerbacks. Mm-hmm. Have you evolved now where you see yourself? Do you see it as a responsibility you have now, especially with Steven gone? More of the,
I'm not gonna put. Why would I put on somebody else's role? I want the role for myself. You know what I mean? That's just like I said, just getting back to your approach, getting back to what you want for yourself. You know what I mean? What you're willing to obviously put on the line and do for this team, for this organization, and that, whatever that may be. Like you said, I've done that over the course of this time. And now I'm looking to obviously continue to keep expanding and maximizing the roles and opportunities that they're presenting for me. Obviously, we're on the same page and everyone's on the same page as far as what we want to achieve together. Obviously, we were able to get that done in the offseason and move forward with that. You know, but like I said, when you have that camaraderie of just guys that just really love football and love what they do and, you know, want to compete at a high level, you never want to put anything else on anybody else out there on the field. You want to be the guy to make the play. You want to be the guy that, you know, and you never want to be on the back end of everything. Why would I want to be on the reaction end? I want to be the first one acting. I want to hit first. I want to make the play first, whatever it is may be. And that's just your approach. That's just your work ethic. That's just one more being hungry for yourself, being hungry for your livelihood, your family, whatever it is, whatever motivates you. And, you know, I got every more reason as anybody, the next person to want the same thing. So that just brings out the best in everybody. If everyone had the same approach, then obviously you see so much competition in the world. You see so much competition in the fields that, you know, we partake in. But you have that unbalance of, you know, some guys want it more than others. Some guys, you know what I mean, complacent with where they're at. You know what I mean? But obviously that's not my mental. That's not where I am. And I know that I'm hurting myself within that. And if I'm hurting myself, you know, within not maximizing what I can do, I'm hurting the team as well. So everything falls full circle at the end of the day.
James, you guys drafted a running back in the first round, a tight end in the second round, and 2 offensive linemen with the next picks. That would seem to suggest that you're going to try to run the football more in 2021. Do you guys look at that as wide receivers, as perhaps there will be fewer opportunities as a group this year and that you have to make the most of those opportunities, even more so than last year?
Not at all. I think as a group, we're just wanting to win. At the end of the day, like we get 3 or 4 catches, cool, but at the end of the day, if we can get the win, we'll take that over that any day.
Brooke Pryor.
James, what's been your focus this offseason in particular? What part of your game or your body or anything were you working on improving?
Been trying to lean up a little bit, try to get a little quicker, you know, off the ball, get the stance a little sharper, try to be more fluid in routes. But I mean, that's kind of like basic work as a wide receiver, just to, you know, touch up things here and there. So,
Mike Prizzuto.
James, is it possible the biggest changes with the offense are going to be pre-snap?
Formations are a little different, but like I said, I think it'll help us just because it'll help us line up in different positions and move people around pre-snap and get the matchups that we want, you know, against certain guys.
Joe Rudder.
James, with what, following up what Mike asked there, how has that changed for you so far, specifically with the, pre-snap stuff?
It's a little different formation-wise, like I said, just because we're not used to some of the terminology that's been said yet now, but, throughout OTAs and everything, we're learning. And as far as the meetings, coaches have been great with relaying stuff to us, getting us information we need to help us get lined up.
Mark Gaboli.
Hey, James, talking to Ben yesterday, he mentioned about a lot of people will discount the offense and the team taking a big step back this year. He said basically, good, let them do that. Is that basically the same feel, the entire team, the offense, that if people are discounting you, hey, so be it?
No doubt. People are going to say what they want to say. But at the end of the day, we got to do what we do. And, if that's just coming out and dominating and kicking butt all day, then that's what we'll do. No matter how young we are or whatever, we're going to play to our best ability.
Hey, James, I know it's early and it seems like I just told Cam this, it seems like you were just a rookie too, but this is the final year of your contract. It's early in the season, so I don't know if there's been any discussion or talk, agent, team, or whatever. Do you see yourself here past this season?
I haven't really looked that far. I'm really just trying to get through the season first. Just trying to do what I can to help this team win this year, and then we'll talk everything else later.
Brian Backo.
Yeah, James, in a few interviews this offseason, Juju said that, one thing he wants to do more of coming back as in 2021 is play outside. Obviously, that's mostly been you, Deontay, and Chase. Do you see Juju working in that role? And if so, then who kind of moves into his work in the slot?
Really anyone. And that's one of the things that I like about this team is that receivers can play at any position. Like you're not just a Z or you're not just an inside or outside guy. You may play there primarily, but you're never just that receiver. You can always move around. So I think we're pretty fluid with moving around and keeping guys out there.